This is a Nekko Media podcast.
What's your pleasure, sir?
Welcome, cinephiles and Cenobites, to a new Cinebite, number 32. I am your host, Annika Pussyfoot, the bringer of chain Cinebite. Yeah, that be me. Anyway, I have today for you another CCC-OMMENTARY with the boys Mox and Ono. They be watching Starship Troopers. It turns 20 this year. Ono drops some commentary about the film's novel that it's based on, and Mox brings up military trivia and the like. They also reference other Paul Verhoeven films. You know, he be the director of this cinematic masterpiece. So hey, prep your players and get ready to sync the film along with this commentary track for Starship Troopers. The boys will let you know when to hit play. Schrody's Ladder.
Alright, welcome to a new Schrody's Ladder. Today we're going to do another CCC-OMMENTARY on the cinematic masterpiece
of 1997,
Starship Troopers, directed by Paul Verhoeven. But we'll get all to details about that. Please prep your players because you can sync along the movie and listen to us talk and watch it with us in a sense. All right,
come join with us.
So I'm gonna press play now. All right, so this is is this
TriStar?
Is it TriStar?
Yeah.
I don't see the
horse.
The horse.
Pegasus.
Usually the horse used to come from the left, right?
Right, and you used to jump between like Adobe,
yeah,
Adobe looking insignia, right?
Right. And so, the film came out in '97, so it actually turns 20 this year.
Yep.
20 years old, and I saw this movie. I think, I knew I saw it twice. I don't know if I saw it a third time in theaters, but it blew my mind away. It came out the same year as The Fifth Element.
That's right.
Yeah. So the film, a
little later. No, maybe not. Maybe I don't know. I think it was on video already by summertime.
I remember one of my band teachers brought it was kind of like an end of the school kind of party in class, and he brought in Fifth Element and Starship Troopers on DVD.
Nice.
To a bunch of 8th graders.
I guess yeah. You feel that would be inappropriate.
Kind of, yeah. But I saw these movies and I love them. Thank you, teacher. This is amazing.
Dope.
Yeah. But
it was just for like a free period. He didn't want to teach you guys band.
No, I think it was like an end of the year.
Oh,
kind of deal.
Nice.
Yeah. So, the film is based off the novel by Robert Heinlein, and
is he a German?
I don't know. No, he's American, because I think he served
in the U.S. military.
Yeah, and
cool.
I don't know if it was World War II.
Here it comes.
Yeah, it's a bug planet. Murder. Planet P. But the book actually starts off like this. It starts off, like present time, and Johnny Rico's still the main character. But at the end of chapter 1, we find out that Dizzy Flores is dead, and a guy, not
Carmen.
played by, not a girl. Not Dina Myers.
Dina Myers. What the fuck? I'm thinking your name is Carmen. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Dina Myers.
But
sexy ass Dina Myers.
Yeah. So and they're not fighting bugs.
Oh yeah, the arachnids were not the.
I mean, their bugs are mentioned, and but there was actually another enemy. They referred to them as the skinnies. I think they're like humanoids, but they didn't really get into that either. Like, we know they're fighting, and they actually kind of make a truce so that they both can fight the bugs. And there are 2 different type of bugs. There's, because in the movie we just see the arachnids, and so we kill every bug that we see. But there's worker bugs and then warrior bugs, and so the worker bugs won't attack you. So you don't have to actually kill them. So you just got to worry about the warrior bugs. And so introducing Michael Ironside. We got Casper Van Dien as Johnny Rico. Carl,
Neil
Patrick Harris, Michael Ironside, Dina Myers, Dizzy Flores, and then we know he's got a thing for Carmen Ibanez, played by Denise Richards.
Yep. There's even a Hawaiian guy in this movie.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
He plays Shijumi.
Yeah. Is he the one who's like going to school or going to the military so he can get
He got into Harvard.
Harvard? Yeah, they'll pay for the college, right?
Yeah, so they'll pay for his way. But see, his character is in the book too, and he's actually the son of a general, so he's known. And so the Zim character is in there too. So when they go back into the boot camp part of the story, him, Shijumi, and Sergeant Zim fight.
Oh wow!
Like, so you know the part where he's like, "Can any one of you guys take me down?" And Shijumi fights him, and he's the only one that can actually like.
Not just get totally wrecked.
It was more like a stalemate.
Really?
Yeah.
Shijumi's that good.
Yeah, he was that good.
Wow.
Yeah. Or so, yeah. Like neither one of them lost or won, so it was kind of like, yeah, stalemate. But I think I know who what's his name? It's the Shijumi character. He was in Race the Sun.
Race the Sun.
Hey, Daniel with the tiki necklace. Yeah.
He was in that
Affleck.
fucking Cinemax show. He played an Indian.
Oh, Anthony Ruivivar.
Yeah.
Ruivivar.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about right. Third Watch, McCready.
Third Watch, that's right.
Yeah.
He was like a paramedic or something.
And he was in Tropic Thunder. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he gets killed real quick when they introduce like Jack Black on the war in that scene of war. He's the communication guy.
I gotta point out the guy who knocks Johnny Rico on the shoulder coming up. He was the main guy from. Or no, not him. Oh, the guy I think making out with the girl when they get out of class. I think he's the one from Better Luck Tomorrow.
Oh, the
main guy.
Yeah.
I think they kill John Chu. And
That's
in the book they make reference to math. Johnny Rico's not good at math. But you need it. Like you need it. And he's like, I hate math. And he had to get a tutor and everything. But yeah, in the book the fleet is referred to as the Navy. There's fleet and MI, so it's Navy and MI. MI being mobile infantry.
Oh, I was thinking military intelligence. Oh, that's fucked up. His friend put him on blast with his math score.
35% of math. Like, what math did... I could see if maybe he was taking calculus. But, he was taking just trigonometry. Come on, Johnny Rico. And I gotta point out that... in the deleted scenes, there's a scene where I guess it's after school, and Johnny is meeting up with Carmen. And, he's like... he's talking to her, and while he's talking to her, he starts unbuttoning her shirt, and he gets a feel, and he wants to like, let's go over to your house, and like, why won't you make love to me, kind of deal. Like,
oh really?
And like, it was totally like, like Johnny's trying to get some, and I feel like they probably took that out because that's, if you put that in a movie, I think that's all he's just thinking about, like. And I think that would have been, they're in high school. What else are high school boys thinking about? But I think it ruined the flow.
It sounds like, because I wouldn't know where to put the scene without stalling. Hey, I forgot she was in there. Golden Girls.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name?
Not Beyonce.
Not Beyonce.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But see, and this scene here, where they're going over the anatomy of this bug, you can kind of tell that, well, like Johnny, this is kind of his specialty in a sense, like because obviously he knows more than Carmen, or Carmen's not even interested in the anatomy of this beetle. But I think they point out too, like later in the movie when they're at that one outpost, and Johnny they emphasize him looking at a new bug. It's not the same bug, but it's a new kind of bug that he's never seen before. I'll point that out later when we get to it. But we know, I think this suggests that Rico's character knows about bugs.
Oh, okay. I didn't gather that so much as he just isn't afraid to get dirty and explore
Maybe I'm looking more into it. Like this is his wood shop, right? Like, he just prefers this. And I guess this scene too. Now when they're trying to guess, I guess cards.
Mhm.
I guess we reach a stage of human evolution, or like there are psychics out there. That's more of a common thing now. Like people being able to like, what's that called when you can
Telekinetic?
not telekinesis, but did you see Snowpiercer?
I did.
Remember when Chris Evans asked that girl if she's
An empath?
no, like there was a term for it where she can like sense behind the door.
Oh,
What was that called? But like yeah, so this is more regular than it is now. Like,
No, yeah.
people can read minds and stuff.
look, you got the little Beastmaster ferret.
Cyrano. Go bug mom, Cyrano. Yeah, it's a fair. It's a rusty sticker.
That was, wasn't it?
Yeah. But see, in the book, they actually make reference to Johnny and Carl hanging out at his place, because I think they kind of point out like status,
Mm-hmm.
like because then
They're both citizens already, right?
right now, not yet. They're still civilians.
But they can buy their citizenship, right? Because they're both from wealth.
Well, see, the thing in the book, Carl doesn't come from wealth, whereas Johnny Rico does. And since they are wealthy, they don't have to become citizens.
Oh.
They don't need to be. Yeah.
Because they have money.
Yeah.
Citizen affords you like rights that money would
Yeah.
buy you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you get more.
Healthcare.
Yeah, more benefits being a citizen, but then you got to do your term of duty.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and they don't mention this high school scene here, so they like the sport.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just totally like a new thing.
Like in this one, do they ever attempt to create their own sport, or it's just some sort of football that has somehow scaled down the pads?
right. I know, and like because you can flip over people, like you can't even like in football now you can't hurdle over anyone. That's illegal.
I wonder if they actually thought arena football might catch on, so they thought, looking to the future, this would be the new football.
Right. Yeah. Arena football is like, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's just 3 lines. There's like what 9 people on the field? No.
It's something small, and it's only
Yeah.
like 50 yards, and
Yeah. And and Johnny totally gets just knocked,
Laid out,
man.
yeah.
But see, Dizzy is the quarterback in this one, and like the point system is just weird. Like, I don't know.
random.
Yeah.
37 points. Okay, so 38 to 43. What is that? Is that 5 points? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck makes 5 points?
That's an end zone,
wow.
end down. 3-6 flip hole. Oh, flip 6 3 hole. I don't even know what that means. Like, I mean, is that trips on the right side or what?
Flip 6-3. Wow.
You got a
What's the
halfback?
3? Where's the 3? So I guess that would be punch the hole. Maybe.
And what does 6 mean? Flip 6? What are you gonna do? If you flip 6, you get 9.
9.
But I think they're sponsored by Adidas. Unless,
So was it a flea flicker play?
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. See, I don't know
He's
if
so
that's
fast. He has time to flip over some guys, then catch up to the ball.
But see, do you think this happened all in the span of a day? Like it was the last day of school.
That's what I'm thinking. It's the Friday.
And like this is Friday night game?
I think so. This is the Friday Night Lights.
Ah. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, and then the next day was the dance. I'm guessing.
Oh, I totally forgot about the dance.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Because
this
now
I'm
it's
forgetting.
daytime, right? It's still.
Right.
So this has to have been the second day. Because I ain't
That's a
going to
different
know dance after
Right after the game, yeah.
No.
Besides, the game would end mad late. Like, who's gonna
Yeah.
start a fucking prom at 11 p.m.?
Right. Oh, and so you know how he points out to Johnny like, I bought you tickets to go to Zegama Beach.
Yeah.
In the book, it's actually Mars.
Oh,
Yeah. And the dad doesn't die. Actually, in the book, the dad joins the mobile infantry.
really?
Yeah.
That's
And
interesting.
Johnny, like, he joins in later.
Mm-hmm.
Because the mom died already, so then that's why he.
She died in the attack on Buenos Aires.
Yeah. and then Johnny actually outranks his dad, but like they're on different like platoons, so like they're not together. But he points that out. Yeah, he calls him Juanito.
Also, they're really supposed to be like actually ethnic.
Yeah, so I think Johnny Rico, like they're supposed to be Filipino, because he mentions that his native language is Tagalog. So I'm the real Johnny Rico,
Yeah.
even though I'm Ilocano. No, but yeah, so I assume they're
Is
Filipino.
Ilocano a smaller language than Tagalog?
Tagalog's the national language of the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Well, see, even if Johnny Rico wasn't Filipino ethnicity, the fact that his native tongue is Filipino would make him a Filipino citizen. But I feel like, yeah, if he's calling him Juanito, they are most likely ethnic people.
he said, "My little
Whitewash.
Juanito."
Why did all the 90s proms look like 90s proms?
I think that's how
feel
they do it in the mainland.
This is just like she's all that at Futurama.
But see, like all the proms in like mainland schools that I've seen on like in movies, it always happens in the gym.
Yeah.
Like here, the gym is first off, it's gonna be too hot in there, and you're gonna have fans. No, that's not gonna happen.
Plus, who's gonna pay the prom price to go sit around in the fucking gym?
That's why you work at the Hilton. That's why
You know what they call that? Fucking like Sadie Hawkins and that kind of shit you can put in the gym, but fucking anything where you're supposed to wear a tux, you go into Hawaii Prince or wherever the fuck.
Right. Oh man. Yeah, and Dizzy's a guy in the book.
So they added this kind of little subplot thing.
Yeah.
For this.
And
I
they
think
give it
it's
a
strong.
background.
I think it's a strong addition.
Yeah, it's really completely different. Like it's two different things. Like I mean, you got the same character, similar things. Like Ratchek, in the book, he's Mr. Dubois, but he's actually, and they point out that he's got one arm, but he's also actually former military too, but it's not the same character. It's two different characters from Ratchek.
That they just combine. Yeah. Good.
And they put it into one character. Yeah. And NPH.
Classic.
Tina Meyer.
Barney.
Yeah. And
Suit up.
yeah. Like Michael Ironside is like the man in this movie.
Yeah, he's great.
He's like,
What the fuck movie is he the main bad guy that I'm thinking of? 80s action kind of movie?
Total Recall.
That's right.
And we got some Total Recall alumni in this movie.
Oh, that's right, because Verhoeven or whatever did Total Recall too. Yeah, he said.
We got the guy Kato. Kato lives. He's the general that we see later.
Oh.
And then I think one of the lieutenants, the guy who sentences Rico. Let's see, who was also in Breaking Bad. Dean Norris. He plays Tony in Total Recall, the guy with one eye.
Oh.
Yeah. He plays the guess one of the head
In this.
lieutenants, superior to Sergeant Zim. But you remember him in Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah, Hank, right?
Yeah, Hank. And Patrick Muldoon.
Mm-hmm.
That's
This guy.
yeah, Xander. Yeah.
Xander.
I really like him. I really liked him in this one. In there's two deleted scenes where they actually hook up,
Mm-hmm.
and he, like, I think it's the funeral of Dizzy,
Mm-hmm.
and so Carmen is dressing up to go attend the funeral, and he's like, "Do you have feelings for Johnny?"
Johnny Rico.
And he plays like that jealous boyfriend, and she's like, "I don't know." I'm like,
Oh,
if she's gonna say I don't know, they just let her go.
That's not the answer.
But
Yeah.
this is like,
Look, she's like right there in the background.
I know, I like that shot because
Yeah.
we already know, we can just see it in her eyes. Dizzy
Dizzy.
wants Johnny. Right. And so there's another deleted scene where
Denise Richards is so terrible, but so hot.
Johnny Rico is trying to go over. So this line where she says, "My father's not home." So there's a deleted scene where he's following her, and then she's like, "No," right? So she said, "My father's home." And it's like, and he wants to. I think he wanted to have sex, like right after school, and she's like, "No." And so I think that line right here
references that.
Yeah,
My father's not home.
he's not home now. We can go and do it.
Oh yeah, the line works without that prefacing scene.
Yeah.
I like their little Nazi eagle that they're trying to dress up as like a fucking Indian eagle as a totem. No. This is SS right there.
In the book, they reference that when you sign up for citizenship, you have 48 hours to decide whether or not you want to stay or leave. Because they said it costs more for you to join up, and then like 2 weeks later, you decide you can't handle it and you want to leave. And then I don't know if you're banned forever from trying to join up again. And so they give you actually 48 hours. And they emphasize this part, the guy without the legs. Mm-hmm. This is actually kind of a method that they use to kind of scare off people from joining.
Oh.
Yeah. Because you think with all...
Mobile infantry made me the man I am today.
Yeah.
Look, I have no legs.
Because you think with all the technology that they have...
Mm-hmm.
That
he could easily have robot legs.
Because then later... They mentioned they show the recruiter walking with mechanical stuff, like just a regular dude, and then he's like, "Wait, weren't you like legless the other time?" And he's like, "Well, that's just a method or a scheme that they try to actually discourage people from joining,
prevent your death.
Yeah.
Don't be a citizen."
Right. And yeah, it's weird that they don't. There's only one big fight scene in the book. Yeah. And then Carl, yeah. And
like ever, they'll never see each other again.
And in the book, the Johnny Rico doesn't join because of Carmen. Like he knew of her, but he kind of just did it.
He wasn't jocking.
Cause he kind of did it. It was more of a spur of the moment kind of deal. And so
I'm totally going on vacation. Fuck. I mean, if it's between an all-purpose paid, all expense paid trip to Zagama. Or
Zegama
fighting
Beach.
arachnids on whoever the fuck, Clendentar or whatever.
Clendatu.
Fuck that. Vacation it is.
I know, right? But you already know he's doing it for the wrong reasons. Yeah,
Still though, he kind of finds himself while he is in the Marines or whatever the fuck. Navy.
Mobile infantry.
Yeah.
Fucking Navy. Yeah. But he does. Yeah. And in the book, he kind of does too. Yeah. He's wearing everything he owns. Yeah, and I was gonna mention at the time of this recording, Starship Troopers: Traitor of Mars comes out in next month.
Dope.
Yeah.
Is it gonna get a theatrical release?
They said for one night only, so I don't know select theaters, but then it'll be available digitally late, like a few days after that, and then on Blu-ray in September.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Is Casper Van Dien voicing?
Yes, as Johnny Rico.
Dope.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't be Johnny Rico without him, even though I'm not really a fan of his. Like, at all.
He kind of put on, like, he gave the Johnny Rico character, like, a more stern voice. You know how, like, when you put on the bat suit and you gotta talk like this?
Yeah,
I'm Batman. Right? And then you take it off and then you're just Bruce Wayne.
Or you could put on a mask and talk like this. Do you feel like a troll?
But I think, like, post Starship Troopers, so, like, in Starship Troopers 3 and then Invaders, he kind of has that Batman mask on all the time.
Well, he comes battle hardened, right? He's hardly this fresh-eyed, love-struck teen.
Yeah.
Now, does Carmen die? I don't remember.
No, she doesn't.
Does it? No, okay.
Yeah. And in the book, no, she doesn't either. Oh, and then they also mention, like, there's, like, just a whole chapter on, like, how they assign rank.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and they kind of emphasize that on this one, too. Like, so, like, if an officer dies, someone takes the lead and is promoted on the spot.
Oh, like battlefield promotion.
Yeah. And so they
Well, how do you start as an officer? Like, I feel like if his father joined, his father is probably college educated, which makes him, eligible for officer school.
I guess in the sense, but I think you had to have been going for officer training. So, like, you can go to school, like, I think, like, in the Air Force, like, you'll go to school and then you're already ranking, like, lieutenant already when you graduate because you got that flight time already. And then as opposed to, like, a guy who earned his rankings through the battlefield rankings.
Right. I don't know how often that happens now,
Oh.
but like in Vietnam. Hey, yeah. Lucy or what's his name?
Lassie.
Fucking Lassie.
Lassiter.
Lassiter.
That was actually
Oh, this is fucked up.
Timothy Omenson.
I like their little. Yeah, that's right. I like their little propaganda commercials.
And in the book, they don't approach it like this. No, they don't. And Timothy Omenson, like he also had a part in Frasier.
Oh yeah.
It's like season 6, the first episode.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I forgot how fucking gory this fucking.
I
Look
know,
at that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's straight out like Dead Space.
Right.
Would you like to know more?
And so they don't. Yeah, I think it's called Camp Curry in the book. And so they have this particular scene in the book too. Yeah.
I love training sequences in dope ass movies.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best part of the fucking movie. Look at the berets. Hey, there he is.
Johnny Rico or Shijumi.
Shijumi.
Yeah. Sucking that guy.
Come on, Hawaiian. Serve us proud. No die in the first scene, huh?
So you know this guy right here, Eric Bruscutter? Not Kitten. This is Kitten. And
Who, Jake Busey.
no, not Jake Busey. So I like this part here too. Bukowski, keep pace.
Yeah.
You're like Johnny Rico. So when he calls this guy out, Breckenridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eric Cotter. The Tammy Adrian George, who plays Dejani.
Mm-hmm.
They actually, I guess, met on the set and got married in real life.
Oh.
Yeah. So the girl, the one standing right there in front of him, the one that accidentally shoots him later,
Yeah.
they get together, married in real life.
In real life.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
wow.
two. Yeah. And this part right here,
Medic!
when he snaps his hand, you're like, what kind of drill instructor
Yeah.
is this? It's abuse. And he's taking it like a G.
Yeah.
Like, medic. So if they can do that and just like, okay, we'll just patch you up. I mean, there are obviously advances in medicine
Yeah.
in the future.
Well, we
So-
can see that later, right? With that fucking thing he has over his arm, regenerating the bone and whatever. Looking like Fit Element.
Fort Cronkite, yeah. And
Clancy
okay.
Brown.
Clancy Brown, yeah. I really like the Highlander. It's like better to burn up than fade away. I think that's what he says.
What was his name in there? What was the bad guy's name?
In Highlander?
Yeah, I want to say like Craven or Kron.
Let's see. In this part where she got a hit in there. That was kind of cool. Victor Kruger. Yeah. Captain Hadley. In Shawshank.
Oh, I totally forgot he was in Shawshank.
See, this food
That
looks
food
like
looks disgusting.
I wouldn't say disgusting. I'm curious. Like, it looks sweet.
What the fuck is that cotton candy ass poi?
Like, there's no... It's just a starch, right? It's just a starch.
Yeah, it's gotta be some kind of starch.
Yeah.
Pudding thing. What the fuck else movie do I know that guy's wife from? This chick right here. What? Oh, never mind. I thought she was another chick.
Oh, who'd you think she was?
I can't even remember the context. You're all right.
She had a part in Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh, that's all.
And a lot of TV work.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of another chick then.
I really liked Jake Busey in this movie.
Yep.
Probably one of his best.
Yeah.
And then he got Dust Till Dawn, and he also had that bit part in Contact.
Oh,
I really like how they kept the bruise on her neck.
Oh, yeah?
Like, yeah, you notice that? Like, and that's from when Zim had his knee.
Yeah.
That's a really nice detail.
Yeah,
that
it is
they
a nice
kept them.
detail.
Of course she did, Diz.
Yeah.
But I could see how Rico would be so pissed if, like, someone just, like, I wanted to get out of my own, and why'd you tag along?
But I feel like he did the same with What's-Her-Face, right?
Denise.
Yeah,
Denise Richards,
joined the military to like prove to her look how tough I am, even though I'm a rich boy.
But see, I think his athletic abilities and his just being rugged kind of made up for him for being like a quote unquote spoiled kid. I mean, I don't think.
He's dope with that throwing dagger, though.
Yeah. And Ace ain't got shit on this one. And this part too, when
Put your hand up.
Put your hand on that wall. And push a button. It made it an example.
Medic! I know.
Right.
I like how they're like always screaming for medics.
A lot of these, like, you just didn't expect it. Like it's like so aggressive and like almost like just a really blunt method of just teaching lessons.
To me, though, I feel they would be this way if the technology existed.
Yeah.
There's no better way to learn than this.
Remember in Inception?
Yeah.
That's why they use the dream sequences to like kind of enforce pain into their like soldiers. Like you kick someone's ass until they die, but you're not really killing them, right? Like they just have to wake up, because if you kill someone in a dream, they'll just wake up, right?
Right.
So it's not like the Matrix. So I think they use that method to where
To go full blown.
Yeah. They kind of enforce that pain, so you kind of recognize it, and you're more tolerant.
Well, plus you can train to the max.
Yeah,
You'll get that fucking much more skill that much quicker.
Oh, and this scene, the shower scene. So it's a unisex.
I don't know
shower.
how I feel about that. Actually, I'll tell you how I feel. I don't think that's a great idea.
No, but the director, I guess, to ease the tension, he got naked too.
Oh.
Before everyone took off their clothes.
What? Everyone's like actually full blown naked.
Yeah, even the dudes. Yeah. So Paul Verhoeven got
joined the ranks.
Yeah, and he said, "Look, yeah." So like,
That's no
and then
big deal.
so after getting an arm snapped, a knife into the hand, and now you got like the shower scene. Like, whoa. But it's not. I guess it's nothing erotic about it. But I guess it's you can tell. I guess it's some kind of equality or equilibrium between the two genders.
Oh, is Jake Busey playing the violin?
Oh yeah,
I totally forgot that detail.
I really
that's a
love
nice
this part.
shade. Yeah.
If you look at the other, his body is just Shijumi's tongue in the background, and then they're gonna moon everyone. I loved it. I love this part.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I would think maybe this is months into his training.
Oh yeah, gotta be.
And so like everyone's got like kind of tolerant of each other already. Like,
okay, actually, he's not even good at the violin, yeah.
I think. Well, I read somewhere that he might have trained to play the violin for this part, and I don't know if that's
No, I mean
him.
the character is not sounding good, right?
Oh, you mean like he's supposed to be shitty?
I'm thinking so. Because
Oh.
from what I heard, it sounded like ugh. I mean, he was going up a scale, but it just sounded scratchy and terrible.
I guess, yeah. Because then there's that one scene where they're just out and they're, I guess, relaxing, and Michael Ironside brings out all the stuff, the beer and the
And then he plays the
toys.
violin again?
Yeah. And so I guess, I mean, it was the only thing playing, and so like, it's like, okay, that's the only thing we're gonna listen to. So it's
Get
alright,
on
I guess.
that fiddle. Hey, Amy Smart, right?
Yeah, that's her, co-pilot, and she actually bumps ranks at the end of the movie. She becomes, chair number 1, and then Carmen is full-on captain of the ship. And then so Sky Marshal, I guess, is the highest ranking officer.
Like that's their admiral or whatever.
Yeah, but you still got the two different fleets, and they point out, like, there's this one part in the book where they mention that you can have 2 captains on the same ship. So by default, the Navy captain takes ranking over the Army captain, and you don't refer to the Army captain as captain, but rather like another ranking. But that's just for that particular setting, because they don't allow that. And so they also mentioned that to become a sky marshal, you have to do tours in both the Navy and mobile infantry.
That's fair enough, though.
Yeah. I mean, and you got to do all this other stuff before you can even apply for it. So there's all these prerequisites.
Well, in the real Navy, they actually have on aircrafts, they have 2 captains, but the one commanding the ship is the higher ranking. They call the other one the CAG. He's the captain of the air guard.
Oh,
So
okay.
all of the fighter pilots report to him.
I see. Oh, you know
Hey,
how
I
many?
like this lady.
Yeah.
She's I feel like, was she in Desperate Housewives? She's the chick who kills herself at the start.
Desperate Housewives?
Yeah.
Really?
Brenda something.
I didn't know that.
That's another dope show.
Don't show.
That you wouldn't think, you know.
Brenda Strong.
Brenda Strong, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she was in Desperate. Yeah. Mary Alice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. There's something about female captains that I just find super attractive. Or female, like, admirals. But not captains, because they'd be at the helm of their ship. It's just like, yes, ma'am.
See, and like I was watching this a little bit before, and like maybe a couple weeks ago, and so Carmen Ibanez, yeah, she's moving up the ranks, right, as like the kind of
She's the rising star.
crazy pilot, yeah, but just naturally gifted, yeah. But yeah, to be a pilot, you need solid math. You don't realize all the calculations you're doing. What I was gonna point out, do you know what makes an ace pilot?
In real life?
Yeah,
Not really.
4 kills.
4 kills?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I think it's either 4 or 2, but like a small number, and confirmed
So
kills.
ace not as 1, just ace as like, that's the dude.
Like to get that ranking or status as an ace
Ace.
pilot. Yeah,
You've
it's
done
for
it.
in a dogfight, right?
Oh, 4 dogfight kills.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty awesome, though.
yeah. I mean, yeah, and just think what it takes to shoot down a plane in like a Top Gun fashion, right?
Fuck yeah, to even survive it, I feel like.
Yeah. So I think it's 4.
Nice.
Real small number. And so you think like you watch all those movies, you're like, I got 120 confirmed kills, and you're like, so what? But like, no,
That's not dogfight kills. I guarantee that.
Oh. But I'm thinking when they say kills, I mean, I'm sure they're referring to another plane.
Well, I'm thinking they've dropped bombs and that. Like 120 fucking air dogfight kills.
Yeah. So like
That's exorbitant.
it is. Well, you know, if you ever heard that, like, I mean, in Robotech,
Oh, in
they
Robotech.
refer- yeah.
I'm sure in the world of Robotech, yeah, not too bad.
but
Yeah.
in real life, I've never heard that. No, I don't think it's
The
possible.
only people I know with that numbers are snipers.
Ready, steady, go.
Look how basic that fucking monitor is, right?
right.
Fucking running on DOS. Flying a ship on DOS.
That was the Roger Young. Yeah. And so
I like this next level laser tag.
right. Have you ever done laser tag here?
Once. I was just going to ask you if you did too.
And I did, and it wasn't fun at all.
It wasn't great. I just died. It's so fucking dark. And
Yeah.
I feel it's the physical equivalent to playing Call of Duty. I was just getting smoked by 12-year-olds.
And like you don't know if you got any confirmed kills. You're just shooting in the dark. Yeah, it's like I didn't get it.
Well, you get your numbers after, right? But during the midst of it, there's so much going on. All you're doing is just shooting around and running, dodging, and then why my thing not moving? Oh, because I got shot.
And then like I remember I knew people who knew the workers there, and they said like they'll turn it up like
Up the sensitivity or
yeah, but like after hours they'd say they'd turn off all the lights.
Oh, and just
play in
play
the dark.
with night vision or just dark?
In the dark. Like,
That's
so,
cool.
okay, sure. But yeah, I mean, I guess because it was all the way out in Pearl City, the only one I knew. And
Oh, they had one at Ilikai and Low Tower
I know
for a while. I don't know.
the
How.
only one right now is what in Dole Cannery.
Do they still have that
I think
down here? I mean, the town Dole Cannery, or are you talking about like the fucking
You know where the theater?
Wailua?
The Dole Cannery Theater.
Evile.
Yeah,
They have it there?
I think there's one over there.
Cool.
Yeah. Could have done it without you, Diz. And I love this.
He's got that perfect jawline.
Casper Van Dien?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Does he have the dimple chin too?
No
Oh,
dimples.
okay.
I love this part when he gets a letter from Carmen. Whoa, you don't deserve that, Rico. That's like the best part. And everyone's got like suspenders. I feel like they all listen to like Celtic punk music.
I know. I was just
They
gonna
got an
say
Irish
that is
background.
so like fucking European naval shit, wearing suspenders and shit.
What is there a term for that? Like it's
For that in the uniform? I
No,
would
no,
just-
like those kind of punks, like
Oh,
you know, like Snatch, or like
I
like
think
those braided
like jackbooted guys. Like I don't
like
know.
they
I
all
don't
wear
know.
Doc Martens.
Yeah,
like tight
I
shirts.
if there is, there must be, but I'm not savvy.
Rude boys.
Rastas,
See, is that supposed to be Jupiter in the
I
background?
believe so. And what the fuck planet is that trying to be? Because that is not one of the moons.
Could be.
What is that? Titan. So fucking huge.
Unless I don't even know if that's supposed to be. Because they're going like to the Clendatu system, I believe, right?
Supposed to be.
But see, like that's, and I think that's just a routine run. I think what triggers the war is that bug meteorite that hits Buenos Aires, right? And they're like, now let's do war on the bugs. And it's, I think it's weird because then, when Carmen Ibanez is on her watch duty, she changes the flight plan, right? And she tells Xander this is a more efficient way to get to where we're going. And then he had to double check it. He's like, oh yeah, sure. And then they run into that bug meteorite right after. And I feel like if she didn't change the flight course, they would have been able to see it. Their communications would have been up and they could warn Earth. But see, like that technology in the beginning, they should have been able to detect it, you know. But they didn't.
True. Yeah. Well, now we're just picking it apart.
This is Carmen's fault. It was all your fault.
And I'm totally fine with blaming Denise Richards.
Oh, this is the training incident.
Shot in the eye one.
Yeah.
Oh man, how bug-eyed he looks after he takes it in
Oh
the
my
face.
God.
Oh man, that has stayed with me.
That's,
Medic! Medic!
yeah, they can't patch that
Yeah,
up.
can't
Sorry.
patch that, son. There's no fix for that.
In the book, they also mention the lashes, and like getting
Oh,
10
that's
lashes
right.
was too much.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas someone usually would just get 5. I think if you get 10, then you're booted out. Like that's more severe punishment. But they gave him 10 in this one. See, and this is tricky. I wonder if whoever designed this this sort of this training part, like
Mhm.
if you get shot, right, and then you're supposed to be disabled,
Mhm.
but then you got live rounds, and it's like, right, this part, like just getting, damn. Like I remember seeing that for the first time in the movie theater, and that was just like, "Wah!"
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a fractured arm, knife to the hand, the shower
Shot
scene,
in the fucking
and
face.
shot in the face.
Well, also, that guy ripped in half by the bug in the
Oh,
first
the
telecommunication before the flashback.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is, Hank.
Yeah.
I feel like Hank has been that age for like the last 20 years. He just picked up a little weight, that's all.
He is timeless.
That's true, though.
But I mean, Hank's character, that's his name in Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Because he brews his own beer, right? In that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's like the beer part.
I actually
Yes.
liked Hank.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of liked him by the end. I liked him more than I liked Walter, or he was Heisenberg. But
Man, I want to ask you, did you watch all 5 seasons?
Yeah.
Because then I think I stopped at season 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always wondered, like, because I didn't finish the series, that if Hank found out who Bryan Cranston like really is. But don't tell me. Like,
Don't tell you.
Yeah, don't tell
Oh,
me.
okay.
Like he finds out that you're the chemist, you're the guy cooking all this stuff, man. Like, oh, okay.
So at the end of 3, that's when the it ends at the retirement home, right? And the El Pollo Loco or whatever guy, the one that he's working for at that time, right? He walks into that room.
I forget. Like, oh, they were planning on killing him, right?
Right.
And then they left.
And then they left it to the bad guy's uncle, right?
Right. Okay, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my favorite season finale. And the makeup on that and just the whole staging, right? The fucking oxygen tank bomb explodes. He walks out into the hallway. And he's like kind of just in a zone. Then he turns, right? Half his fucking face blown off. And he just fucking eats it.
Okay, yeah. Stop it, because I don't remember that.
Oh, then you should have told me, dude.
We'll see. I gotta pick up. That's the only series so far where I haven't continuously watched, because I don't know. I feel like it's.
It is diminishing returns. I just watched the final season because I didn't know there was a final season, and I wanted closure.
Yeah. You think you can handle lashes like that?
No.
Oh. Like
when you say handle, do you mean live through? Then yes.
Yeah.
But not
okay.
scream like a little bitch. No.
Yeah.
I will be screaming, maybe crying.
Because I think by the 5th one, right? Like he let go of his mouthpiece. And then it just
I think he's just passing out. I think he just passed out from the pain.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You know why? Yeah. Because your back is a broad enough area to where there's always new nerve endings to touch on.
And in the book, they say like people who are watching a lashing, like would pass out because it was so graphic.
I imagine it is with some of the depictions, because I think whip, how bad is that? Then I see some shit. I actually played with a whip one time, like a fucking Indiana Jones one. We used to have mannequins, right? So my old boss at Loss Prevention, he's like showing us how to crack the whip, and it hit an arm, took the fucking arm right off, and it makes such a loud sound. The cops came. Somebody reported gunshots.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing it too late at night at like 9:45, touching 10. He's like, oh, people in Kailua, they sensitive, huh?
Yep.
It's not even 10 yet.
See, right here, this is all your fault, Carmen. You changed the flight plan.
Yeah, looking all cocky.
Like, it's efficient this way. But see, that's her math talking. She's just trying to save fuel.
I feel like Hollywood has really been generous toward her regarding intellect, because she also played a Dr. Bond girl in a James Bond movie.
Right, yeah.
She was a nuclear physicist or something that can save the world.
You didn't agree with that one?
I did not agree with any of the Pierce Brosnan time frame Bond films. Hated them all.
Wow,
because all of the spy and action movies he's done since, I see what he's capable of. So they are the ones who talked him into being a shitty Bond.
Well, he could have, because, well, I can't say it was the direction, because those were, I don't know if all of them were, but I know a couple were Martin Campbell. Well, he did Casino Royale.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it wasn't him. It was a studio.
Right, the studio talking. Oh.
Because Casino Royale is the best of the new breed.
I think probably I can't say the best.
I want to agree with you too, but there are so many people who love the old ones. But it's my favorite. Casino Royale is what got me into actually watching Bond.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm thinking, he's this sexy debonair guy, which I can't relate with. But he's actually this rugged guy who's from the streets, somehow got into Oxford. He's picked up by MI6, trained to be a spy.
But see, I think, I don't know, like, the Pierce Brosnan, James Bond, he was a lot more charmed than he was an agent, whereas Daniel Craig is more agent than charm, but he's still a charming dude.
I feel like agent is the wrong word for him. I feel like cowboy, he's closer to John McClane than he is, I feel, a spy agent. Because he wants to do the mission, but he's a bruiser, he's gritty, Yeah.
So if you see this, so closed compartment 21, so that piece that fell off, people got sucked out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So people got sucked out. And it's too bad they don't have any more communications. Like, that's it. That is it.
Well, even movies like that are PG-13, like Star Wars or Star Trek, sometimes you see the whole part of the fucking ship break off, right, and bodies just flying in space.
Right.
You want to talk body count. There's like 300 people right there.
Just think the amount of crew. I think what an aircraft carrier has 4,500 crew members.
There's the ton, yeah.
Yeah. So like for Roger Young, no, for like the Enterprise, like the amount of crewmen on that ship. Because then I asked someone to give me like a kind of a scale to like a size of the Enterprise, and he said, "Well, the Millennium Falcon can like land and park inside the Enterprise." So it's like, oh, okay.
It can dock there.
Yeah. See, and then this part, like this, I think the scenes where you're getting amped up for war, and like that got me amped up for the action movie. And like if Planet Earth were to go to war against bugs, I'll be number 1 on the recruitment list. Sign me up.
Now, this movie didn't have the benefit of the gimmick of Edge of Tomorrow, but I feel like Edge of Tomorrow was way better directed, and acted too. Like when it's that onesie when Tom Cruise drops out of the ship for the first time and we follow him all the way onto the shore. Like, to me, that really fucking sucked me in and got me hyped up and scared.
Oh, okay. Right.
Because motherfuckers getting picked off before they even released, right?
Oh, man.
It could be the times, though. That wasn't the style of the 90s.
Yeah. And, like, Paul Verhoeven, I mean, he's not an action director. Because if you look at his filmography, his directing credits, I mean, you got Total Recall, Basic Instinct, Showgirls. And before that, I mean, like, I think he's just got a good script or a script to work with and just, I guess, direct accordingly. Like, because in this movie, I loved it so much. It was the movie I was waiting for after Aliens. I mean, I got Alien 3. I love that one just as much. But that's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see action. Humans fighting aliens. And I got it. Got bugs instead.
Yeah. Bugs make great villains.
I wonder if this was the
Multitude
movie.
of villains.
Like the line, like, the only good bug is a dead bug.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's like a play on like another phrase. Because on the poster for War of the Planet of the Apes, you got the only good ape is a dead ape, right?
Well, that's kind of an old saying, kind of a racist or a war saying,
Oh, okay.
The only good this guy we're against is a dead this guy we're against.
I see. War, we're going to war.
This
War
scene
against
is pretty
bugs.
hype, though.
Yeah.
The way it's shot, too.
I know, and the body count just going up. Come on, man! Like, who's
He's on the
reporting?
KIA
Who's
list,
reporting this list? I don't believe you. Well, I mean, the technology in the future is probably able to.
Why does
calculate.
Earth not have a atmospheric shield?
I know, right? I mean, but see, like, I mean, the way they kind of point out the Klendathu system is across another solar system.
Mm-hmm.
I would take some time for it to travel, and so for the Roger Young to travel to that side of the universe and like still be in like, how relativity works. I mean, like Carmen should be like, or Rico and company should already be old.
Well, that's how advanced they're trying to tell us the technology is. They managed to somehow encapsulate whatever their physics is from the outside's physics, so they're less affected. But also, nobody's coming to watch Starship Troopers to think about actual physics.
No. I know, that's what makes this movie so good. We don't care about how it works. I just want to see it work in action. 12:48. Was it my
Where's
tax
his
return?
ranks?
Okay. He didn't learn from one mistake, and he made another one. I think. So Johnny Rico is able to enlist with the help of Sergeant Zim. But see, I wonder where, like, I always wondered, like, since he turned in all his clothes and like everything, they gotta resize him up, and like it's more frustrating because now we're going to war. Like, I don't got time to do your measurements, Rico. I want to point out the guy who says the only good bug is a dead bug is that I think the guy who did the CGI effects on this one, and he was responsible for directing Starship Troopers 2. So we got Sky Marshal Deans. So this guy is the one who's all out war. So we gotta fight back. Citizen Federation. And now we got a shot of Carl going to work. Military scientist. You can blow off a limb off an arachnid. It's to 86% combat effective. Go for the nerve stem. You need to point that one out, Carl.
He is in the crowd. If you see him, point him out. Get down.
This scene though, where they're just stomping on bugs, just disgusting, man. Disgusting. You can hear the noise and the sloppiness of it all. Oh.
I really feel like that's social commentary, you know, on the nature of hate.
On the bug stomping? Yeah. Right, it could be. I mean, it's getting everyone amped up to fight the enemy, right? Do your part. And so, MI kids. You got a lot of dead bugs. See, everyone's so amped up to go fight bugs, man. I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say, kill them all.
See, that's part of the vilifying that happens. They're stomping these bugs that have nothing to do with that bugs. Like hating every Arab or every, Muslim because of the acts of a few.
Ah, interesting. Do your part. Yeah, because those bugs have nothing to do. But I still hate roaches.
That's what I'm saying. Kill the bugs, but know that this is not that.
Yeah, that's not that. Know the difference.
Yeah.
People.
Kill the bugs because they're gross and they get in your fucking way, not because you're trying to be a patriot and stop the spread of terrorism. It's like akin to fucking beating up some poor Muslim kid because the towers got attacked.
You do look good in a uniform, Carmen Ibanez.
Is that how it's pronounced? Because I've been saying Ibanez this whole time, like with the guitars and with her.
Well, they do mention Ibanez, or they say it Ibanez.
Ibanez.
Captain Ibanez, Carmen Ibanez. Ibanez guitar.
I feel like she rises through the ranks super fast, even for a war.
Right.
But she gets the battlefield promotion, right? Because Brenda Strong gets killed.
Yeah. I think that may be how it works. Yeah. I mean, because then because someone's got to take command, right? You can't just leave a platoon or a crew with no one in charge.
So if she's the second in command, that technically makes her the XO.
Yeah, take the number 2 chair, right? Number 1, take us out. Number 2, take us out.
I always like in military movies, right? They're like talking, this is your captain speaking, something, something, something. Number 2, take the con. Or number 1, you have the con.
Yeah.
This is your XO speaking, I have the con.
But see, I think Xander is one of those pilots who,
Has a chip on his shoulder?
not necessarily, but, I think he knows he's excellent at being a pilot, but he wants that action part to it. So that's why, when they went to go pick them up, he comes out of the boat with
To
a
get
gun.
some.
Yeah, he's shooting, and he's pretty good at it, too.
He's dope,
Yeah.
but you don't want to fight with a guy who's your skill equivalency at ground, hand-to-hand.
Right. See, this right here, he's giving him good hits.
I like how he fell. He made it, it looked like he really got rocked. He's still in the fight, but
Right.
that rocked him. So all credit to this actor. I mean, he sold it. I feel like he sells it better than, what's his name, your man love, Casper Van Dien.
Patrick Muldoon.
Yeah,
I like
Patrick
him too,
Muldoon. I feel, not to say bad about Casper Van Dien, but I think Patrick Muldoon is at a higher tier as far as skill.
At hand-to-hand combat?
No, in acting.
Oh.
At his craft.
I think he's more of I don't know if I want to say more experienced. He's got more credits. You know?
Now, to Casper Van Dien's credit, I feel like, in the roles I've seen since then, he's definitely come a long way.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think he's like I'll say a geek at heart, like, cause he's got a spot on like I think Screen Junkies. Like he interviews like different actors and stuff. Like,
Nice.
Yeah, it's a web series, but I think you got to pay for that one.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's cool. If he's the kind of guy who like he's like all good looking and that, but he doesn't take himself seriously.
Yeah.
Like he can bag on himself and be on Family Guy, voicing himself, doing stupid things, or like Neil Patrick Harris being an idiot, a kick-ass idiot in fucking Harold and Kumar.
We got you, sir. Oh, getting amped up already. Yeah, you're seeing everyone just getting ready. And in the book, because then they're more in like armored suits, powered suits.
Right.
And instead of lining up and sitting in seats like that, when they get dropped off, they go into these what they refer to as capsules. And it's individual soldiers.
Pods.
Yeah, pods, exactly.
Nice.
And so he describes it as like just a really scary scenario because you don't know if you're gonna get shot down because you're just in complete darkness until you land and get out.
Oh, so you can't even see the environment into which you landed?
Yeah, so like there's no like mirror or
it just
a glass. Right?
One, you've landed.
Yeah.
Oh shit, monster.
Yeah, right. And so, can you imagine just being in that lifeboat and then like just breaking atmosphere? I'd be like throwing up. Like hurry up.
Yeah, the G's must be mean.
Yeah.
The G-Force and the G's like gangsters.
See, in the intelligence on this, where they say it's just random light. Like that's
I feel
terrible.
like nobody should accept that explanation.
Right. I mean, are you sure? And then like
because it blows up ships.
Yeah. Like you see, one of the lifeboats gets it.
Yeah.
And you're like, nope.
Random light.
This is going to shit right now. I like that.
I like that actor too.
Yeah. I like that line.
Remember
your training.
And you will make it back alive.
Yeah. And that's true. I mean, if you.
Oh, there, that one dude's hurling, right?
Yeah. And Shijumi is just. He's like Hudson. He's like just amped up. Like a. Ultimate badass.
Wasn't Hudson is what's his name, right? Bill Paxton?
Bill Paxton in Aliens, yeah.
I felt like, other than the ending where he finally G's up, he's mostly bitching when they get in the shit.
I think, well, in the beginning, right? Like, he's
in the
all
beginning,
amped up, right?
yeah, you think he's the one dude.
And then when shit hits the fan,
I totally
that's
forgot
when
about that.
That's when he loses his shit. But yeah, this part too, like when all the ships are crashing into each other, it's fucked up, man.
Navigators are fired. How many thousands of people died right there?
Right. And I can't imagine like the amount of crew to just run that one ship.
Right.
Yep. And
See, look at that. Just the trail of the meteorite or the meteor is enough to like fucking send you. And nobody thinks that they should gather more intelligence on that.
Right.
No worries. It's just random light.
Yeah. I remember seeing shots of this, like teaser photos, and you just see the amount of people coming out. And you're like, this is all out war. And I feel like with War of the Planet of the Apes, that was kind of misleading.
It was it very much was misleading. The scale was not epic. It was very personal, and there wasn't that much war in it.
Yeah, but see, I think as a marketing team, they did their job. They got everyone to come to the theater.
Well, to my mind, for that, they oversold it. People were gonna come because the last two installments were great.
Yeah, yeah. But
I also feel the marketing couldn't defeat that movie even if they oversold it. Yeah, you might have expected all-out war, but you still got something that was awesome.
True. Yeah.
That I need to rewatch again to fill in the blanks. But see, how rare is that? You see half a movie and it's still dope.
Right.
Like for me at least. I mean, I fall asleep during fucking shitty movies usually, but I just was so fucking tired. But I woke up at most of the good crucial parts. See, some of the tech I like this.
Oh, these props?
Yeah.
I love it. And I think when they say nukem, it's kind of I want to say it's like the equivalent of a nuclear blast minus like the radiation. Because Because like if you do that at that
yeah,
kind of
there's
proximity,
you're toast too.
yeah. But it's probably
Although that raises a question: why not just shoot nukes down to the surface instead of sending feet on the ground?
right. I wonder if it's
Unless they feed off the nuclear energy, which they never explain. To me, that they're also using the wrong weapons. Small
Right.
caliber is hardly the way to go about killing these things. Look how many rounds it eats and keeps going.
But you think those actually? I think they're high caliber weapons, but the bugs are just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The caliber is obviously not enough. I don't care if they're 50 cals, which they obviously aren't, because the fucking kick would be way too great for most of those women and skinny men. They should be using like pulse cannons or some shit.
Right. Because
Or
I know
grenades.
I think there's a shotgun equipped on that rifle.
Oh, it's one of those multi-weapons, like fit
Yeah.
element kind of deal. I
I
still
guess,
feel like,
kinda.
where are the fucking grenade launcher and shit, Hit him with the noob tube.
Because that's what actually Ruko uses right before he kind of blacks out. He's using the shotgun on that. So Shijumi,
Toast.
yep, toast, man, toast. Like he got a little too amped up.
Yeah, there's one thing about being crazy, but he went into the area of being stupid
Yeah.
for
And
a
he-
Harvard acceptee.
Yeah, I know, right? He got accepted
Yeah.
to Harvard. And
Oh, is that chick like into him?
no,
The one screaming?
I think she's just the one losing it. Cause then
Oh, okay.
I don't think she seen a body get torn up like that before.
Oh God, Shijumi is the first to go.
Yeah. Second, I think in that group,
Okay.
the guy in charge got it first, and this is the one that wanted babies.
Oh yeah, that's
His
right.
character.
Well, there
And then
she
you
got
see
the little
that,
babies.
and she gets it.
Yeah. she's
But
dope.
see, I think it's kind of like in Aliens, like the xenomorph.
Mhm.
They take you, kind of disable you, and try to feed you to an egg, right?
Right.
Whereas I think the bugs, they actually take prisoners to feed them to the brain bug.
Ah.
So they don't necessarily kill them. I mean, if they don't have to, right?
To me, the problem with drones and queen setup is all you got to do is kill the queen.
All right.
Versus aliens, right? Even with the queen dead, all that means is they can't reproduce, but each of them can think on their own, right?
Yeah. All right. So now we come back to the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's not
Guy
full
bit in
circle.
half.
So now we can
for
move
being a
the
war correspondent.
now we can move the story forward. I was watching Turn the other day, and
Turn the Civil War, Revolutionary War.
Washington Spies.
I love that.
So they mention there's that scene where they're working or collaborating with the French.
Mm-hmm.
He was a general, but he's like, so the Patriot says, cut off the head of the snake, we can disable it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the French guy's like, well, if you go for the belly and slit it, you can do the same. So I don't know if that meant like, oh, we can do it the messy way too. Just like, we don't have to go for the top guy. I don't know, but Kitten gets it here, and
Who was that just got tossed at him?
Kitten.
Which one is Kitten?
He's the one. War. We're going to war.
Oh, no.
The writer. He wanted to be a writer, right? And so yeah, he can you imagine getting like a upper torso just getting thrown at you?
That's gotta be jarring.
And that part, to the thigh, the meatier part.
It's like the entire thigh. That thing was so
Yeah.
big. That spike.
I wonder if it cracked any bone.
It had to, and it probably went through the fucking femoral too.
Oh.
Which means he's got a couple minutes until he's dead.
Yeah. So they mention like, when they join the Roughnecks,
Mhm.
and they're like, top K or whatever is like who do you think saved your ass? So I think to suggest that Ratschek actually saved Rico at this part.
100,000 dead in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they change their fucking strategy at this point? Just send some nukes down.
Yeah.
Look at all of that mess.
So to know the bug or to defeat the bug, we must
No,
understand
then
the bug.
Yo. And that's where fucking Barney comes in.
All right, at the end. It's afraid.
Yeah.
Tahat Maru. To fight the bug, we must. No.
I feel like that first Sky Marshal should have got fired way before. Of course, I agree with this lady. bump up that research and development team before you just send in waves of fucking jarheads.
Yeah, I think that's just your initial gut reaction. Oh, they did this to BA, and now we're gonna fight back. Cause
Hey, is she in any of the was she the bad lady in fucking Insidious?
no,
You know, that ghost lady? No?
her.
Yeah, no?
I don't
You know
wanna
the
say
one that's
no.
been trying to get Patrick Wilson since he was a kid and then got the son?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Space
Yeah.
station. How big must those space station be if the fucking...
If that ship can just park at it,
yeah, it's parking, docking out
It's
over there.
crazy though that you see all those ships just like crashing onto the thing, and like if I was like air traffic control, I'd be like, no, you need to turn away,
Yeah.
and like you're gonna damage this place, dude.
Wave off, wave off.
Yeah,
I
right.
repeat.
No,
It's like, fuck you, we're landing.
Yeah. It's like, damn, man. I gotta point out the score of this movie. It's just amazing. Like you hear it and you know it's Starship Troopers because they replay it over and over in the Invaders and just Invaders. Maybe in the third one too. Yeah.
I've never seen any of those.
Basil Palladorus is the composer, and his other works includes Conan the Barbarian.
The remake or the original?
Original. And For the Love of the Game, Hunt for the Red October.
Okay, no wonder. This made me think of, during that con part where I talked about the con, this movie was reminding me of Hunt for the Red October.
Okay. John D. Rico out of 100,000 KIA. That's tough. Carmen, are you okay? But see, I think the deleted scene is like he kind of tries to comfort her,
Mm-hmm.
and then they end up making out. Yeah.
So he never overtly makes a move on her in this
Who,
version?
Patrick Mulder.
Yeah, Mulder.
On Carmen?
Yeah.
Oh, in this version, yeah, no.
No. Okay.
But I think
I'm glad that they didn't.
Yeah,
I like
it might have been implied, maybe, but I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, but the deleted scenes confirmed that, though. Yeah.
Because I like his character. We started off thinking one thing, but, he's actually a really good dude.
Yeah, and I think it's just all business. Like as a flight pair, like they're good.
I mean, I definitely sense attraction, which is fine,
Yeah.
but I really don't need that subplot of,
In
will
Dizzy,
they, won't they
she's kissing the
triangle.
tank.
Yeah.
Come on, that's kind of gross.
That's how into him she is. She's like stupid little girl into him.
Yeah.
Well, he's Casper Van Dien
Yeah.
/ John Enrico. What a cool ass name. That's like just one of those names.
Johnny Rico.
John McClane, fucking.
Johnny, mi Juanito.
Juanita, mijo.
Mijo. I know, they're supposed to be all like South American.
I know.
but
I
no,
haven't
just
seen like the
so
one
many-
ethnic guy just got fucking torn to shreds.
Stop, kid. Want the job?
Oh shit! That's the
Seth
preacher
Gillen.
from Walking Dead.
Yeah, that is.
Gabriel.
Gabriel. Bless you.
Speaking of Walking Dead, I liked what they did with Gabriel. They managed to walk him back to where I liked him because they sent him down such a road. I was like, "Fuck this guy, die already, motherfucker!"
Zegama Beach. Right here.
Oh, fake me along.
Oh my god. He saved everyone's lives. Like, he is. Yeah, I wonder if he actually saved them.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what that means.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Look at his cool ass robo hand.
Right. Robocop? But I know. But see, yeah, so.
You know who I used to get him confused with? The guy from Robocop. Michael Ironside and the bad guy in Robocop. I used to.
Oh, you mean
like,
Red?
mix up. Red, yeah.
Oh, wow.
From 70s Show, right?
Right,
The
right.
dad. What a cool ass name Red is, anyways.
The backstory on Rat's Check.
Yeah.
So I'll point it out when it comes out because he joins because his family got killed,
in this last Buenos Aires attack.
Yeah, and so that's why he joined up again. And so we find out that he was previously well, we know he's a citizen because I guess teachers have to be citizens.
That makes sense. I would think so too, because they are so low level economics, but yet they're in charge of teaching the next generation, right? So they should have served.
Yeah.
Which means they're either lucky or tough or both.
Right. But it's interesting because, yeah, Rico pointed out he actually discourages you from joining or becoming a citizen, right? But see, like... Yeah,
see,
man.
like, they couldn't have done this before 100,000 dudes had to give their lives.
Yeah.
Excuse me, dudes and ladies. Dudettes. Oh, and now... See, yeah. Why was there no airstrike then send in the fucking MI?
Right. Well, I think that was supposed to be intentionally like a sneak attack, right?
Yeah, it was so secret that they were shooting at them from the sky, right?
Right.
Come on, guys. How are the bugs smarter than you? Because they're siphoning the brains of all the soldiers they take, right?
Supposedly, yeah. But they don't know that yet. But they know that the bug is evolving. And just because they're intentionally attacking, humans. Look at these burnt to crisp arachnids. I think I read somewhere where they said that it's one trooper for every 2 arachnid bugs.
Really?
So a single trooper should be able to take down 2 by
Oh,
by
that's
itself.
what you mean. I
Yeah.
thought you meant population-wise.
No.
They outnumber us 2-1. They're saying at the peak, 1 soldier should be able to take out 2 arachnids.
Yeah.
Even though I see 4 on 1 there.
Yeah, I know, right? But they said, Carl pointed out, go for the nerve stem, and you can take it down. So like that one, they completely missed it. Because if you're not pointing at anything, I mean, I'd be scared too just to fight a bug on my own.
Is this movie rated R?
I believe so. Yeah.
Do they cuss in it?
No, I don't.
Right? Yeah, because
Interesting.
I can't.
I don't know if you're.
Like some movies, they're just gritty enough that it'll be fucking swearing left and right.
Yeah. Right.
To
Yeah.
me, the only thing that gives this an R rating is the violence, but I feel like the violence is so cartoony.
Yeah.
And if there's no cussing or sex, it could have got a PG-13.
Maybe, but I think it was mostly just a nudity. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Well, easily cuttable.
Yeah. But yeah, there's no swearing, and you're fighting bugs. Yeah.
Yeah, and
There's
the
no
violence is just so over the top. It's not realistic,
Yeah, because when they're amped up and fighting, they're like, die. Not like, holy shit, fuck you, bug. Like Hudson, right? Die, motherfucker, die.
Right. It's not the feeling like fucking Saving Private Ryan. I mean, to me, that I can see why people was getting shell shock and fucking puking and leaving the theaters and shit. I mean, that's the Exorcist of the day. Now, we watch Exorcist, we're like, I don't know what people in the 70s is crying about little girls. Oh, shit, look at that thing, though.
Oh, it's funny. When I saw Casper Van Dien on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and so he pointed out...
You got that acid blood, huh? Oh, yeah, he pointed out what?
In this scene when he had to jump on the tanker bug, he did that stunt on his own and fractured, 2 ribs.
Shit.
Or, broke 2 ribs, yeah.
Fuck.
When he landed on the bug.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, getting melted hand. Oh.
Does it melt the rest of her, or it stops eventually?
It stops, yeah.
Okay,
I think he just
good.
got the arm. Ugh.
She can live through that. We've all seen fake arm,
But see, this part, yeah. So he jumps, and he kept
I
acting.
can't believe they allowed him to make that stunt. Like, if he
think,
broke 2 ribs, he could easily have fucked up his legs and not been able to continue production.
Right.
Then where the fuck they would have been?
Do you think, in situations like that, I'm sure they already had a stunt person ready, but, to make the scene work, they said, do you want to risk, doing this on your own?
I'm sure they must have asked him because he didn't have the star power to demand it. Tom Cruise will get his way unless absolutely the
Right.
studio cannot cover that stunt.
And like what was it? Jonah Hill.
Yeah. In what movie?
Wall Street.
Yeah.
The Wolf.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Martin Scorsese said, "This doesn't work. I think we're gonna have to actually punch you in the face, or have that one guy from Walking Dead punch him in the face, and like just because it would look weird if he faked it, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, "Are you willing to do it?" And it was a funny story because then he looked at Leo, and Leo kind of looked the other way. It was like, "You're on your own, buddy."
Honestly, though, one good shot to sell, an entire scene that's crucial. Wouldn't you take that shot?
Sure. Yeah.
Plus, he's an Oscar-nominated actor twice over. Like,
Yeah. Well, I think he did it anyway. Like,
Right,
But
right.
he just thought like Leo didn't have his
back, right? Maybe because if Leo were in the same thing, although I feel Leo is one of those intense guys, he'd take the punch, purposefully. And I feel like he gets
I think he
hurt
already,
during a lot of scenes anyways, like
Yeah.
when him and Tom Hardy had to go at it in Revenant.
Right. Oh, I like this part. Here's the beer. But I'd be pissed because I'm like, I don't want a beer. I want soda. Where is the Coke and the Pepsi?
That's kind of true now, I believe, but I think if you just saw the ton of the guys you went to training with get ripped up, your girlfriend dumped you, your parents got murked, you just finally had a successful killing of these bugs, I think you'd go for a brew, dude.
Sure. Have fun. That's an
But
order.
still, right, they should have thought of everybody like,
I'm vegan.
yeah, here's wheat or non-wheat beer. Or like, I don't like beer. Well, here's Hards then.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is the scene where Watkins asks him right here before the war.
What was he like? Yeah.
He's a teacher, and he smiled too. And so he's gonna tell the story of kids get smeared. So we don't know the backstory, and I had the trading cards, and so they actually finished that line, and they said, it turns out that Raschek found his kids smeared up on like the rubble when the bug meteorite.
So they literally got squashed and then
Yeah.
by
Just-
rubble.
Yeah, just smeared.
I thought smear was just a dope adjective for like driving home the point.
Right. No, but like he literally found them, and that completely changed it. But see, I like how he remembered, asking for advice. Don't pass up on a good thing. Don't pass up on this, you idiot.
Right? And then she dies.
Later the next day.
That's what I'm saying though. Right when he finally comes to his goddamn senses,
Right.
she gets. This is so Japanese or Asian.
It's a K-drama. It's a K-drama.
No. I'm well. I mean, it's not melodramatic like that,
Yeah.
but I mean, in a lot of anime, right when the characters finally get together, one of them is taken from each other and from us, the audience.
But see, I wonder how this works in conjunction with Trader of Mars, because Dizzy comes back or is there, Dizzy Flores, and Dina Meyer is voicing the character.
What if she's not actually there? What if it's just he is in the? They showed from the trailer he's in the desert.
No,
and
but,
he's dehydrated and maybe
You didn't see the
hallucinating.
second trailer.
No.
Okay, so she's
Okay,
up.
I guess
she's
I
up
saw
there.
the teaser then.
Yeah.
But I mean, she still could just be a figment, right?
Right, kind of like Battlestar Galactica. What's her name? Stacy. The
The main Cylon,
the pilot.
Athena.
Battlestar. Katie off.
Oh, Katie Sackhoff, Starbucks. Or
Yeah.
Starbuck.
Yeah, Starbucks.
Starbucks. Starbucks. Yeah.
Cause then at the end of the series,
Mm-hmm.
right when what's his name, Apollo,
Uh-huh.
is like, they're trying to figure out, like, they found the planet that they're gonna settle on, and she kind of disappears. Like Starbuck
Yeah.
is no longer there, and so I wonder, was she like just a figment of his imagination?
that wouldn't make sense unless at some point she died during the show.
Yeah.
And then since then she's been carrying on as just through his point of view.
Right. Because like she just like she disappears. And is like just no longer there.
To me, that revelation must have gotten lost with the fact that we are Cylons, and they get to the planet, and they find out that that is actually their planet. They all came from that planet, and then we fast forward a couple hundred years, and now it's the present time. We're thinking that this happens in the future, but then we find out that this is something that took place, ages ago.
Really? Is that what you got from it?
Isn't that?
No, because I thought they actually found planet Earth, and it turns out the robots, like planet Earth destroyed itself.
Oh, and then they restarted civilization.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
But the revelatory bit was the fact that we are the Cylons, we started that whole thing.
Right, okay.
And I was like, oh, nuts. And the Colonel is one of them. Athena's one of them. The hot-ass blonde fucking, toast. They fly now.
I know, we got the flying bugs now. Sugar, your weapon. Sugar Watkins. See, at this point, I guess you can interpret it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder if he knew this was going to happen and he wanted to use it as an example of like, this is what you should do, do the same for me.
I think it's both. It's a mercy killing and I'd expect you guys to do this for me.
Okay.
Does that come up later where he has to mercy kill Michael Ironside?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
He's like, Rico, you know what you do, right? It's like, yes, sir. It's like, you did it.
But I'd want that too, wouldn't you? I mean, if it were hopeless and I'm getting fucking gobbled up and screaming, like, if you can end my suffering.
Yeah. But see, I wonder if that has to do with, like, he's just on a suicide run. Like, he doesn't care. His family's gone. He's just doing whatever. Yeah.
That could play into it too, but I feel he is a teacher first. Even when he was a soldier, I think there's no coincidence that he ended up as a teacher. I think he was probably a leader in boot camp. He was probably a leader on the field.
Yeah, because in the book, the teacher is actually a former high-ranking, or he still holds the rank of like a lieutenant. Yeah.
Oh, he was an officer then.
He was an officer. Yeah.
Watkins. Atkins. I like how his helmet doesn't really fit snugly.
I know, right? Like,
It's like sliding all the fuck around his head.
Hey, Holmes. Hey, homie. Olale.
I'm like, somebody should have caught them before they rolled camera and be like, hey, dude, I know it sucks and it's tight, but just for this one scene, we gotta fucking make them tight.
Right.
Because 20 years from now, some assholes on a podcast are gonna notice that and point it out, and I won't have done my job.
Right.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, while they're eating chow. So I think I don't know if at this
they came
point
from underground.
Yeah, they didn't know that they could do that. And so
Did they know that this planet was a colony?
No, they didn't know, and I think they were sent in there to check it out. And that's why Carl made mention that we just have to make sure we thought we knew, and that's why you went there. See right here. So Rico picks up this bug. I think that's a different bug than the one they studied in class. And
Yeah,
so,
it's definitely different.
in the cards, he mentions that this is a new bug that he's never seen before, and so he's wondering what the hell kind of bug it is. And it actually turns out it's one of those bugs that carries the brain bug, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Because the brain bug can't move on its own, so something's gotta move it. It's one of those little bugs.
Oh.
Yeah. And then,
Talking like fucking king of shit, right? You're just standing there and then getting dragged along by the people you're literally walking or sitting on. Game of Thrones, fucking episode 2. Oh my god, he hid and cowered while his men died. Is he the highest ranking guy?
I think he's the general, right? So he outranks Raschek's, right? and that's Kato Lives. Kato Lives.
I don't know what that means.
Total Recall.
Oh yeah.
It's Marshall Bell. Marshall Bell.
Actually, what is Radcheck's rank? He's still some kind of sergeant, yeah? Maybe sergeant major at max?
No, he's a lieutenant.
Oh, he is a lieutenant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's still fucking low ranking as shit for a guy of his stature.
I know, right? I think, but then, yeah, because then he's a teacher off time, and so I think during war comes in. But, like, he's the kind of guy I would want to follow, too. So
That's what I'm saying, but those guys are usually the NCOs, and then
Right.
you have some who you hope is tough but schooled guy. I want the guy on the ground
Right.
I'm directly following to be like
Yeah.
streets guy, and the guy leading all of us maybe to have knowledge in school tactics and
Right.
science.
Because then, like in Turn,
Mhm.
right? So you know the high-ranking officers, they aren't soldiers, but they're good strategists.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like learned men
Like,
from Harvard or Oxford or wherever
Right.
the fuck.
You know the John Andre character?
Yeah, the bad guy.
Yeah.
I like
So,
him.
I liked him a lot. So you know what happens to him, right? At the end of season 3.
Doesn't he finally like he knows who the spy is, and he gets like he was super depressed for a while, but he gets his spark again, right?
No. Like,
He gets killed?
yeah, they execute him.
What?
Yeah.
Are we thinking about the same guy? He had the one little Indian braid for no reason?
Yeah.
What? Who executed him? The Americans or the British?
So he was actually meeting up with Benedict Arnold, right?
Right,
And
right.
so, and this is when Arnold was still
General, yeah.
as a patriot,
Mhm.
but he was already exchanging information.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it got to the point where they're gonna get caught. So Andre has to leave,
That's right.
and then
He gets
caught.
held back, and they almost release him, but then someone gets clever and is like, you know what, hold that man.
Yeah. And then
That's right.
he
They
gets
do.
caught.
They do.
But he takes it like a G.
He does take it like a G.
He says, "This is how I'm gonna get executed, but instead of hanging me, I want a soldier's death, and so just like shoot me that way." And then they didn't. Approve
That's
that.
right. I felt that there was a lot of respect and a
There
little
was,
bit of
yeah.
sadness on the part of the men who thought he deserved a soldier's death.
Right, and then
Like hanging, that's what you do to a thief.
yeah, for those guys, those spies, right? They hung him, and then he asked, "Oh, can you get me a uniform so I can dye in my proper attire?" Like, what the hell? Like, you know you're gonna die, and he's not like, "I'm shitting in my pants."
Well, you know what? They come from the culture of knights and chivalry.
Right.
There's a protocol to it, and I feel like samurais observed a similar thing.
Right,
I've
right.
bested you. Go through the dance
Yeah.
of ending with respect and dignity.
And I liked like on their carriage ride to his exit, like his hanging, he was asking like Talmadge like all these questions, like I didn't know, like how'd you do this, how'd you do that, and then that one final look between him and the shipping woman, right? Like that's the last thing you got to see was his love. Like he didn't do this for His Majesty. He did it for the woman, right? To get back with her.
Right.
I was like, oh man.
Because like he initially gets overtaken by her, right? She was a cog in a plot that he ended up falling in love with, right? Because he needed to work her to work Arnold, right?
I think he fell in love with her, and then he saw, you can do this for me.
An opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he even went out beyond himself
Yeah.
to serve the Majesty.
But I think it kind of just went south, and like he didn't end up getting her afterwards, right? Like,
Yeah,
well, then he died.
I felt sadness when he died. I like
See-
Major Andre. I also
Yeah.
like the other Major from the Rangers, the Scotsman.
Oh, Brewster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or as we know him as, John the Bruce or David the Bruce or from Braveheart.
Oh, that guy.
Robert the Bruce.
That's Robert Rogers. Or, well, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Right,
Bruce,
right.
Yeah. I was thinking
Yeah,
about
Major Rogers. Yeah. Or
Yeah, that
Captain
guy's-
Rogers or something. Like Colonel Rogers of Her Queen's Majesty's Rangers.
Right.
And they try to fucking sneak up on him. I'm like, come on. This guy is the special forces of the day. And you can send some fucking fresh out of boot camp guys to
Yeah.
assassinate him?
Yeah, no, it's like, and then we find out like So he took offense when he found out the king was gonna kill him, like expendable asset.
Right.
And then he's like, okay, now I'm just gonna come back and get you.
Now it's on.
Yeah. So this part of the movie, I mean, this was like the third action scene, and like maybe the second part of the movie, right?
Holy fuck. Oh yeah, dude, we're touching into the fucking third act right now.
Yeah. And so, I hope you have a crazy pilot. So the crazy pilot that they have is Carmen Ibanez. I wonder if the fleet would risk such a high-profile pilot to just pick up people. I mean, is it that dangerous of a mission or rescue?
Oh yeah, it is.
Interesting.
And also, they can't accommodate everyone.
All right. Oh, and Patrick Muldoon coming up, guns blazing, because he wants a piece of the action. It's the only time I'm going to be able to use a rifle. Okay, and Michael Ironside.
Oh, is here where we lose Ratchek?
Yeah. And him just shooting through the sand. He's probably freaking out right now. But I wonder if he feels like the bug just chomping on his legs.
I'm sure he does.
Because then they pull him out, and I would have been like, Rico, wait, don't pull me out too hard. My legs. You get out the sand on the wound. Oh.
Honestly, he can still live with their tech.
Yeah.
Take him back.
So. Yeah, take him back.
Cauterize it in the special futuristic way and get his ass to the fucking med bay.
Get this guy a tourniquet. Like, come on. Do it, Rico.
To me, this is melodrama. This is unnecessary.
Oh. I know, they just kind of leave him.
He should have told him, no ways, dude. The recruiter / check-in dude was missing his legs exactly from where you're cut off.
I know, right?
We just need to fucking cauterize it or tourniquet it, but he'd die from the cauterizing shock. But anyway, my point is, he could have been saved.
He could have been saved, yes.
Oh, how's that God of War bad guy?
See this part?
She didn't need to.
No.
I feel like 2 main characters fucking killed back to back, basically.
That's too much, yeah. There's too much death.
Yeah.
And like, oh, come on, man.
I'm glad Jake Busey makes it. From the point I saw him, I thought he was fucking toast.
Right. But see, the line that she says to Rico, at least I got to have you. I feel like that's like such the best line. Like, I think that's what you say to someone every time you break up with them. Kind of, or you're leaving them.
Oh, like a classy, heartfelt way, like, it's over between us, but at least I got to have you.
And it doesn't necessarily have to mean, like, we had sex. I finally got it. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you clarified that, because I thought it was a little cheesy at first when I just think of the first layer of it, because they fucked. I'm like, all right. There's no way you followed him just for a fuck. You're like soulmate love.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's more than that. Yeah.
Why, conveniently, is there tons of guys, but only enough happen to survive that can comfortably fit on the fucking...
I know, right?
On that shuttle, right? Like, when they first got there's no way they could accommodate 100 plus men. No.
And then Carmen should have been like, okay, we can only put about 30 tons worth of people, maybe 20 tons.
Start throwing out the coolers.
No, yeah. Hey, take off all your armor, your helmets, your guns gotta go.
Non-essential.
Yeah. Because we're done shooting. You're safe.
Oh, that planet is literally fucking infested, huh?
When I first saw that, it's just like chicken skin.
That is. I can't handle that kind of shit. So he, instead of killing Diz,
yeah,
who has way worse wounds than Radchek,
yeah,
he lets her live longer and just murks him.
Yeah. But see, I don't think he can do that to her, right? I mean, there's that. I got to have you. Oh my god. So he knows he felt it too.
And we felt it. Because I think instinctually we felt he didn't belong with Carmen. Oh, that's funny. That's a nice reversal, even though it's both white, good-looking people. It's usually the guy pining for the woman who dies and she sees him finally, right?
Ah, like Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah, or My Girl-ish, or yeah. Oh. Well, not Romeo and Juliet. No, she's like trying to jock on the hot dude or the dude, and like the nerd dude is tagging her or following. Oh, like Ducky.
Oh, okay.
Even though Ducky never gets her. And you know what? Actually, fuck Ducky. He didn't get her for a reason. He is fucking irking.
He's fucking...
But just as an example, the Ducky type character.
The friend
sidekick in love with her.
Yeah. You think the Ducky is Diz in this one?
Yes.
Okay.
The Ducky, but obviously... way beyond, she's cool, she's tough, she's smart, she's sexy. Right. So I feel like calling her the Ducky is really inflammatory
wrong.
and
Yeah.
misleading.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I gotta get another word for that. For someone who is obviously just as good as the object of affection, but for whatever reason, the protagonist is not feeling it immediately. I almost used a Twilight reference, but I won't. I won't.
And what? So, MI does the dying fleet, just does the flying.
Huh?
That's what he says. MI does the dying fleet, just does the flying.
Oh.
So, you know.
Then he should have more respect for the MIs.
Well, I think they're going back because they have to regroup and think of a better strategy. So that they find out that they were sent there, not as a trap, or the bug set a trap, but they thought there might be a brain bug there, and it turns out there is, and now
They were the test group or whatever. They were the
yes
to solidify if their intelligent theory was correct.
Yeah.
Why send the Roughnecks? Can't you send a shittier infantry squad?
See, no, but I think you send in the best to have an idea of what you're going up against.
So if they get overwhelmed, there's no ground
Then
fleet.
we're gonna have to send a little bit more guys, or a little bit more troops than we.
I don't know. I feel like you send in SEAL Team 6, the whole SEAL Team 6, they get fucking eradicated.
Right.
So you know who you're dealing with. But now how do you deal with them?
Oh, right.
All your tier 1 is gone, right?
You're gonna send in Hector to go against Achilles. I mean,
right.
Like,
No, for a measuring stick.
Yeah.
Like if you thought he could take him.
Yeah.
But if it's just to like test the waters, like that's a huge that's no pawn sacrifice. Like you giving up the fucking not the queen, but who's the next most powerful? The bishop.
The queen. I guess the bishop. No, the knight. I don't know.
The knight is not. He moves in such a weird shape. The knight is the ninja because he's one of the hardest shapes to predict or players to predict. I feel.
But because then at the end you got the rook, and then the knight, and then the bishop. Is that how it works?
That's how it leading to the king and queen. It goes rook, hook, horse, bishop,
Knight.
yeah, knight.
But see, I really like how they
I like how he's a colonel already.
Yeah.
But anyways,
But you see how it's kind of aged him.
I do. They look
stress.
way long. They look way older, way older
Like
than they did 2 years ago, 18 months.
Right. 18 months. I think it's 18
But
months.
to me, this much battle with that fierce an opponent can age you and experience you.
I think of remember the Animatrix?
Yeah.
With that war against the robots and in the trenches, and people just using those stim packs to just stay awake, and everyone's just exhausted, but they have to keep fighting against the robots. That was intense. That was an intense fight.
I actually don't remember that, but yeah, I remember they did that in Battlestar Galactica too, right? Everybody was and in real stuff they test you for stimulants, right?
Oh,
for
right.
People who fly and shit.
And everyone's just
there's no other way. Oh, especially with Battlestar Galactica, right? Because for 7 days, every 30 seconds or every 30 minutes, they was getting attacked. So people had to work triple shifts.
I think that was the first episode, or maybe even two.
Yeah, I think it was the first.
How are they tracking us?
Episode, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they have no more forces. The entire human civilization.
Yeah, it all got knocked out on Caprica, I think, right? Because the first 2 episodes, or is that miniseries, right?
Right.
Where the fucking Cylons attack and destroy the whole Caprica. So
and they have to ditch the people who have no hyperdrive.
That's right. They leave them behind to get toast because.
I hope you guys died. Why are you leaving us? No, it's that's too bad.
Why did their ships just not have hyperdrive, or it just wasn't working?
I think the ones that they had to leave didn't have that capability to jump.
So they weren't even battle stars then.
Yeah, because it was just the whole whatever was left, right?
Because you remember the Galactica was about to get a decommission.
Yeah, right.
It's old. Then when they run into the Pegasus, that's the new shit.
Right. Yeah. I really liked it when they did that, and they gave the ship to Apollo, right? And
That's right, and he was kind of shitty. Okay, that's Apollo. Who the fuck is Athena's man? Because there's another Greek name, right? Athena, Grace Park.
Oh, it was another pilot.
Right, wasn't his name? His name wasn't Apollo. It was another Greek Greek guy, right?
Look it up. Yeah, Grace Park and like she had two men, right?
Right.
Going after her, and then like
Well, one as the Cylon, and
Right.
then one as her.
yeah, and then we find out there's another.
She's a Cylon, yeah.
She's a Cylon.
She is Cylon Pattern 6.
We had Chief. His name was Chief, right?
That's right.
Galen.
One of her was with Chief.
And then Captain Hilo, or Halo.
Hilo, yeah. That's right. That was who she was with.
Ah,
The Cylon was with her, right?
Yeah,
And the real one
but-
was with the Chief.
I think she was originally with the Chief, right? And then she got separated, and then Hilo was with her.
They got trapped on that
Yeah.
planet or whatever, right?
So this is the part where the Roger Young just freaking gets torn to shreds.
Is Roger Young? Oh, is that a homage to something? Because I feel like that's a terrible name for a starship.
That's an actual. In the books, they credit like that's a real officer. I think in the Navy.
In this world's Navy or in like
In
the
real
actual
life.
world's?
In real life.
Oh,
Yeah. I know, and there's a Starship Kamehameha.
wow. Why didn't that make the cut?
Like
Too hard to pronounce.
because it was probably just naming other figures in history. I didn't catch the other names, so
Well, that's dope that we made the list.
Yeah.
Because he could have done everything Greek or / Roman,
Right.
right?
So this is just terrible. It's like everyone's just flying out, and like
Is there no one there to secure the captain? The most important and highest ranking person on
Right.
the entire fucking ship.
well, the captain gets off last, right? Kind of goes down with the ship anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But she has important military codes that no one else.
Well,
they
again,
can't finish the mission without her.
well, remember, like if one person goes down, there's like a way to like give the next person in charge, and like they have access. Like I think there's a way to override.
Override.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
there should be that kind of thing in place.
Yeah. It's kind
What
of
they
like
call it, designated something, right?
Yeah. Like in Crimson Tide, like there's that whole issue with the guy who has the key.
The
To the
weapons,
nuclear-
the weapons lieutenant or weapons officer, right?
Yeah. And then.
And that was the kind's friend. He's like, "Give me the key."
Yeah. It's like, cool. I gotta watch that movie again. That was a good movie.
Crimson Tide is a dope movie, dude.
Very
It's
good.
one of my favorites, and I had dodged it.
And that's Viggo Mortensen in there too.
That is, and that's
Denzel?
fucking Tony, fucking Soprano.
Oh, and the guy from The Bronx Tale.
Yes, he's
See.
on there too,
See.
and Danny Tucci.
Danny Tucci.
Actually,
Yeah.
that
You know,
is
Danny
just,
Danny Tucci is married,
married
to
to, yeah.
Paula Marshall.
right.
Marshall.
Paula Marshall. Why is she not in any fucking? Why wasn't she in any Tony Scott films?
Oh. Well, she was in Hellraiser 3, Warlock 2. It's one of my 2 favorite movies.
Warlock 2.
Oh, see, I like how they threw the body in space. That was very Armageddon 2.
Whose body did they jettison?
No, that was just a
Oh,
random-
floating.
Yeah,
Oh.
remember, yeah. So you can imagine just like the bodies and the wreckage,
wreckage,
just floating
yeah.
around. We're in Bug Central or in Bug City. So now, yeah, they're like, I think this is the ending of the book where they're actually trying to find the
The brain.
location of the brain. Yeah, and they describe the burrowing
Mm-hmm.
as it's sounding like bacon frying. Yeah, because then they'll
Crackling, popping.
they'll go on
sizzling.
the comments and bacon frying sector alpha. It's like bacon frying here. It's like ooh, it's chicken skin.
In the book, is it a longer sequence? The hunt for the brain bug.
Not necessarily. No. I mean, like that'll probably be like the last chapter of the book.
Also, every planet that these bugs go to, they have an atmosphere that's conducive to human beings.
right. And I wonder if like it just takes years for maybe that particular species to evolve to accommodate that kind of atmosphere, because it can't be all the same, right? But then that's just going too deep into the story.
Yeah, once again, right?
Yeah.
Sorry to nitpick that out of there. Theory designers of the movie.
I'd be too scared to open this hatch. I don't have a oxygen mask on. Or a space suit. You know, so Patrick Muldoon just He's gearing up. He packed a knife, secondary weapon, and now he's fully loaded. What do they call it? They have the name for the rifle.
What, like M60, M16, M4?
Like Atomica or something.
Oh, no
I think they mentioned it earlier.
Fuck, the CG is still so badass.
It is.
The integration is
I want to
flawless.
say that this movie got an Academy Award for this.
Really?
I think, yeah, for that. You need to look that up. Because then
Yeah, we should look at
the effects in this were very, like,
I say
amazing.
ahead of the time, yeah.
Yeah. For 97, for sure.
Because there's no fucking ghosting or any kind of, trace of, oh, I forgot you. Okay, that was if I have to point out one bad composite, that would be it.
Oh, sorry. No, it didn't win. It was nominated, though.
That's huge for a movie like this, which is basically a B movie.
Yeah. I think Total Recall even got like a nomination for
I wouldn't be surprised
Oscar.
for the effects.
I mean,
Visual effects or special effects?
I want to say for
Actually,
screenplay.
they lumped the both in, yeah? Visual and special effects is one category as far as Oscars.
Well, there's makeup and then special effects, right? But Total Recall was it got Special Achievement Award for visual effects.
2 Oscars.
And best sound.
Oh, wow.
Best sound and best sound effects.
Nominated.
Nominated.
Yeah, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, but it got a Special Achievement Award, yeah, for visual effects.
Best effects and sound effects editing. Oh, but not for the visual effects or even the special effects?
For Total Recall?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look, it says Special
Well,
Achievement.
special achievement, but that's not. That's a different award.
Yeah, for more visual effects, though. But whatever. For the time, yeah.
I thought it was badass and believable, but I've watched it since then, and there's way more of a decay than this movie till now. Like, this still holds up. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I think
for
if you
sure.
were to show this to a child who's never seen it, they won't be like laughing and
Yeah.
pointing out.
I think but like it kind of went down in like the sequels.
Yeah, because the budget, they were actual fucking B movies. This
Yeah.
has a B movie plot,
But
it rocks on that A-list level, I think.
Invaders was good though. I liked Invaders.
I never did see that. Are they all live action or are they
No,
computer?
Down was like computer animated.
I know it was on Netflix a couple years back, and I put it on my list. I just never got around to watching it before they pulled it.
Yeah, it was on there. It's good. But
Now
I
they-
can't wait for Invaders or Trader. Mars. I need to.
Oh, Battlefield promotion.
Yeah,
So, like, he goes all the way up to lieutenant now?
I think in the third movie he goes up to general. But yeah, I think at this point he got a lieutenant position. Like he took over the Roughnecks. right?
Ratchet. Because they come, Rico's Roughnecks, right?
Yeah. But I'm wondering why they didn't give it to Watkins.
Well, 1, he's not the protagonist. And 2, he didn't cowboy up and kill that big bug.
Right.
I mean, he jumps on it, shoots a hole, drops a grenade.
I saw this one behind the scenes picture where Patrick Muldoon took a picture with his dummy that they made for the sucking
brain
the brains
sucking,
out.
yeah.
And it's like all sucked in.
Right,
and, like,
right.
It's kind of crazy. Like the practical effects in this is pretty good too.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, and I think they actually have to build a big ass brain bug.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
And the way the cards described it is that if the brain bug didn't have those bugs under it to move it, its legs would just be crushed. But that's what makes it immobile anyway. It just can't move itself.
Like a bird with no flight.
Look at that! Oh,
there it
damn.
is.
Like it's just like totally like just you wouldn't expect this kind of movie to be this graphic.
Yeah.
Like these were all surprises. It's kind of like Event Horizon.
I really didn't know how fucking fucked up Event Horizon was going to be, because even
Yeah.
for a horror movie.
Yeah, I think just the thought of just hell was
Yep.
just too scary for me, and like hell in space.
Yeah,
you
Event
can't
Horizon fucked me up. Yeah, because if you think about it, space is terrifying as a fuck.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Yeah, and when Carmen Ibanez, like she's up for a fight.
There we go, gangsta.
Like she chopped off that.
I'm just happy that the
thing?
blood ain't acid.
Right. Yeah. You think you can go one-on-one with an arachnid with a knife?
No.
But see, so the brain, they know that it can think and it can sense, that's a bomb. That's smart.
Yeah, this doesn't have cussing because I just felt like he was going to say, you're some kind of big fucking smart bug.
They have no time to cuss.
I feel like maybe the team got lazy because the CG is starting to look more transparent
But like
the closer to the end.
and then they're like, this is a big ass brain bug. We ain't gonna waste any more time.
Well, I feel like even the henchmen drone things, those are the ones I felt are starting to fucking look a little like, oh. Okay, this part looks good. Just earlier, maybe that one scene, they were like, you know what, fuck, stop trying to fix it. We gotta release this thing.
And then this movie, it's consistently action packed.
Does he die? Watkins?
He does. Yeah, he does.
Well, that's why they didn't promote him.
What?
I mean, another reason why, because he's gonna be dead meat.
They didn't know that. Trying to be a hero, Watkins?
He actually wasn't. He was just retreating and firing like everyone else. They just picked him out of the crowd because he's black. Racist ass bugs.
Oh, just the bugs piling up. It's just disgusting. I wonder if there's a smell.
Look at that though. Goes like a G. Hell yeah, Watson. Hoorah.
Watskins.
It's Watskins?
Yeah.
Like Watkins.
Yeah.
Shitty last name, but
I would have thought it's Watkins.
I
but
thought
no,
it was Watkins too.
it's Watskins.
Jesus Christ, only 3 didn't make it out.
Because you can't say Watskins. Watskins. Watskins?
That's kind of a tongue twister. But that could be his name.
It could be. It's not Watson. It's not Watkins. It's Watskins.
Watskins.
Sugar Watskins.
Sugar.
She's like, thank you, Sugar Watskins.
Yo.
And then this is the
That's
ending
not who
already.
she was mourning, though, I'm sure.
Like, I was kind of happy for a happy ending, but I think it was just a little too maybe cheese.
Oh, yeah? You thought the ending was a little cheesy?
I guess
Too all of a suddenly?
yeah. I was hoping for instead of just 4 guys fighting these bugs, it would have been an all-out battle.
Oh.
End it Return of the Jedi.
Oh.
Big out everyone is involved.
Super complicated
Yeah.
and orchestrated
Whereas
climax.
these 4 people just left the group
Oh,
to go
this bug,
save.
this looks horrible.
And they're dragging it on its feet. It's destroyed. So it can't move on its own anymore.
I feel bad for it, but it's also like, fuck you. You just murdered how many humans?
But I wonder if it's the same
Oh, this
bug.
is a little... Look, dude.
You think it's the same bug that they encountered?
Earlier?
Yeah.
You mean in the hole?
Yeah, because it left, right?
Oh, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and then... Because it's not taking out
That looks too much like a weird vagina. And it's dripping fucking mucus.
It's afraid!
This is a little cheesy.
Well, what else is it supposed to feel? Right?
Like, wouldn't you be? Yeah. Just you and a whole army of enemies.
It's strategizing. It's planning its escape. Kill it now.
Yeah, tell me something that surprised me.
Yeah.
It wants McDonald's. Its favorite movies.
The deleted scene. There's one right here where Carmen kisses Carl on the cheek.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't she though? I feel like that is in the actual movie. No.
No. So there's
Maybe I
actually
saw
a little
director's cut.
snippet like right here Because then Rico asks, you're the one who told me to get Carmen, right? And so he's like, that's classified.
It all came
Or, like-
down to one man.
Like he kind of ignores the
Fancy
question
Bob.
first,
Uh-huh.
and then he's like, no, can't tell you. Yeah. So like, yeah.
I always thought his name. I remembered his name as Zed, but I think I was just getting confused with Pulp Fiction.
Zim got the bug, man.
Oh, that's right. He must be Lieutenant.
Yeah. Well, he had to give up his stripes, right, so that he can fight. I mean, there's a reason why he's a drill instructor.
Because look, he ended the fucking war.
Right.
I mean, based on intelligence, but you
Yeah.
still gotta give it to the boots on the ground who complete the mission.
Right. Yeah. And this part where, like, what kind of sample are you trying to get when you dig in that
I feel
thing?
they're just torturing the shit out of it to fucking torture it and get some answers.
See, I like
What happened to that gun? Why was that gun not in play earlier?
Because not everyone is qualified to handle a weapon of that caliber.
True, but at least give it to every fifth man or something. Like they all trying to fire at this thing and just getting.
Right. Come on, apes.
You want to live forever?
Right.
I like that it ends how it begins, but not.
Like it's more advanced.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to think that it's still an ongoing war between bugs and humans.
Well, there's probably other colonies. They just got this one.
I guess it's to prevent the bug meteorites, right?
Mm.
Because then it's like, just leave the civilization alone.
Yeah, leave us alone. Unless, they later on uncover that there's some kind of vendetta or some reason that they want Earth.
Ah, right.
Apparently, they like the same atmosphere as us.
You're taking up all the air. Share some of this air.
I feel like those aliens are way more well equipped to live on Earth than like fucking War of the Worlds and Signs. Like, how the fuck you can come to Earth and be fucking susceptible to water?
Right.
How the fuck a common human cold can be like the ending of your race? Like, research before you fucking full blown invade.
Because it's like, I mean, like, if you got antibiotics, use them.
Like, you can fly across solar systems, but like water is the death of you.
Right.
You can build spaceships and shit.
Jake Busey.
There he is.
You got Neil
Patrick Harris.
The main dudes, Clancy Brown.
Zimmer.
And Seth Gillum.
Which guy was that?
That's Watkins.
Oh,
Patrick Muldoon. Who's Rue?
Oh, now we start
Marshall Bell.
stacking them, right? All the main guys got credited.
Oh, Eric Brooks Cotter is the dude who got killed.
Through the eye.
Yeah.
Brenda Strong,
Oh,
Dean
the captain.
Norris.
Yeah. Michael
and
Ironside.
Michael Ironside.
So we got Total Recall alumni. I don't remember if any from Basic Instinct.
Oh, he did that too.
Paul Verhoeven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Based
bet
on
you.
a book by Robert A. Heinlein. Yes.
I bet you fucking a lot of his actors were probably in Basic Instinct too. Let's see.
Yeah, that's it for this CCC-OMMENTARY. This film still holds up 20 years later.
Seriously does, yeah.
Like, I love this series. A shout out to Dina Meyer, Patrick Muldoon, Seth Gillum, Casper Van Dien. I love you guys. I love you.
I love you.
And yeah, I saw this twice in the theater. I mean, I can watch this all day, all the time. But I mean, you already know what's gonna happen. But
Super replay value, yeah.
yes, more like a instant replay on TVS or is that TNT?
Oh yeah, what was that? Movies for guys who like movies?
Well, I think they just instant replay. Like,
Oh, that's a segment where they just back to back show the same movie?
they do, but I wonder because it's funny because like if the movie comes on, right, and it's like in the last 3/4 of the movie, and I'll watch it because it's good, and then you'll hear the announcement, instant replay, we're gonna play this movie again, and I'm wondering if like the network just like, oh, everyone tuned in at this time, so we're gonna play it again, so you can catch the beginning. It's like, and it's like perfect. Yes, I'll watch this movie again. Did you ever see the second one?
No.
Movie?
I dodged it.
Yeah, you probably should. It wasn't good at all.
Just
It
at
wasn't.
all?
No,
Oh, man.
no. It was just got too weird. I think it was just poorly executed, honestly.
Well, they definitely didn't have the kind of talent that they had in this one.
It was called Starship Troopers 2: Hero of the Federation.
Ugh, what a cheesy subtitle.
Phil Tippett, directed it. So he was, I think, the effects guy on this movie. But it actually.
Oh, he's the effects guy, and he went on to direct the sequel.
Yeah. You know who's Sandrine Holt?
Sounds familiar.
Remember Rapa Nui?
Yeah.
That was Jason Scott Lee's love interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the second one. She was also in Resident Evil 2 as the reporter.
Let me look that up.
And Fear the Walking Dead as it was a doctor. She was a doctor.
Okay. I know who's that. Yeah, she's in The Returned. She's in, yeah. Oh, no wonder I always look at her and like, where the fuck do I know her from? She was in fucking Rapa Nui.
Yeah, Rapa Nui. It's another good flick.
Eh.
I don't know if it's historically accurate.
Yeah, I have no idea about that. I just didn't dig it.
Yeah.
Oh, she is also in the TV show spin-off of The Omen called Damien.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Starship. I remember all the trailers would always play the Blur song.
Yeah. Ding 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 ding. Yo. Shut up.
Oh man. But
Chinese puzzle.
come on, no more score left for the credits. Come on. It's getting rowdy. Rowdy.
I think there's dogs getting walked in the fucking... Because I hear the other dogs from the neighbors going off too. Oh, she's in The Mentalist, The Phantom. Apparently, I gotta start reading, checking out some of the Shadow comics that are up on Comixology. Apparently, he's a pretty badass character, even though it was a terrible movie.
Which character is this?
The Shadow.
Oh, okay. Was that Baldwin?
That was Baldwin. And I think it comes from like one of those old audio theater shits, like War of the World times, yeah.
I see. Oh, wow. Yeah, because I never saw the movie. I probably saw part of it. And because then, like, The Phantom came out at the same time, right?
Yes.
Billy Zane.
Another fail.
That was too bad. And yeah, this score is amazing.
What else? Who's the fucking... Actually, it's easier to search the movie and see what else he's done.
A lot of people worked on this movie.
Oh, yeah. It takes all of these motherfuckers to pull off a masterpiece.
This was a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece.
It's a
Cinema.
masterworks in sci-fi. I wonder what the budget was. And how much they cleaned up.
It probably wasn't... Well, I mean, I'm sure because they had some new faces to work with, right?
Yeah.
Casper
Yeah, they did not spend a ton of money on the talent,
but
or the above the line.
They maximized their potential and got a lot of great work out of them. Paul Verhoeven did a good job.
Basil Poliduris, he sounds like he'd be foreign or Greek or some shit, but he's from Kansas.
Basil
or Missouri. He's from Kansas City.
Dun, 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 dun,
Did the original Conan.
Yeah.
Over the game. Oh God, he did. Oh, he wrote the Robocop remake.
Who?
It says
the one.
I don't know, for whatever reason he's credited as writer when I'm looking on his filmography.
On IMDb.
Yeah. Oh, I think because it's just under soundtrack and it's for whatever reason showing writer under the title.
Ah.
But here, let me just click into soundtrack.
And
Die Macht der Elektrogeräte.
the book actually ends on like them going on another mission, kind of like this one, yeah. And it's just really short. And I think it's Rico's son.
Oh, with who's the mom?
They don't mention.
They don't say.
Yeah, I think it might be a son because he says Jimmy.
Hey, he did Wind too. Did Verhoeven do Wind?
I don't know.
No, he did not.
Studio manager Mark Sieg. Wow, just naming off guys. Lab technician.
I know. Shout out to all these guys. They make it possible. Animatronics, Evan Brainerd, David Miner Jr., David Barton, Jason Ryan.
Visual concept entertainment.
Nice.
Dear Lord.
Give it up to the effects team.
Yeah, I wonder how much it just like took to like. I mean, for all those arachnids, because you see individual ones.
Yeah.
In that last scene. It's like, oh.
Yeah, that's a ton of rendering.
Right, like when you render something, like I get irritated when it takes like minutes.
Yeah, I know,
or
right?
we like to render like a piece of film, and then
You're like, hurry up!
On this scale, and I heard it takes days.
It does.
Oh my god!
And they got like legit industrial strength shit too.
Right, and it's like, dear Lord, man.
So while they're rendering, they're probably moving on and building other shit.
Into It. I have not been to Oxford Town. Written by David Bowie.
Oh wow.
Intense. Alicia's
Hey,
Attic.
they had Fade Into You. Why is Fade Into You in every song in the late 90s?
Maisy
Mid
Star.
and late 90s?
The Bamboras. Oh, interesting.
Fade into you.
I haven't been to paradise.
Is that how that one goes?
Well, that was
That
the song
David
at
Bowie?
at the dance. I don't know which song.
Oh my god, dude. It fucking bombed in
Hey.
America.
In loving memory of Gavin
Garrity.
Garrity and Tom O'Halloran.
O'Halloran.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So yeah, it cost 105 million. Oh, dude, that's a huge budget.
For this movie?
Yeah, especially in 1998.
Wow.
I think
Well,
they
that's it.
overestimated it.
Thank you again for this
Yeah,
edition.
thanks for joining us.
CC-OMMENTARY.
This is a Nekko Media podcast.